All right, guys. So today's topic is, are BMWs the most unreliable cars you could buy? So a lot of people say this: BMWs are so unreliable, they're so bad, they're so terrible. But are they? Or is it the owner's fault? From doing this, I don't know how many years now. I think the first BMW I bought was probably 2002, 2001. And I've had many of them. I don't know how many of them. A ton of them, right? I've also had a ton of Porsches, a ton of Audis, a ton of other stuff. All the unreliability issues, there's two major factors. One is, how did the previous owners treat it? That's 95% of it, right? The other factor is, these cars do not like to sit out in the sun. They do not like to sit out in the weather. So did the previous owner take care of it? Did the previous owner keep it indoors, a decent amount of time? Or they park it out under trees, in the ice, in the snow, in the sun? That will ruin pretty much any car. Now, I also have Toyotas, also had Hondas, all kinds of stuff. The Hondas and Toyotas don't have such an issue with interior parts because there's nothing there. It's the most plain, simple vehicle you ever get. Now, if you're okay with driving that, that's fine. But eventually you're going to want some comforts. Some Bluetooth, some heated and cooled seats, stuff like that. And as you get into very specific Lexus Toyotas, you're not going to get any of that. Now, Bluetooth may be on something newer, but, especially you get pre-2015 on Toyotas, there isn't much to offer. I mean, it's just a seat and a steering wheel, basically. Essentially a go-kart. Even my big Toyota, the big luxury Toyota, the Sequoia, you could get a special edition with heated seats, but the inside, the dash and everything is just as simple as could possibly be. And my final consistency on it, it has the same appeal as Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes, all that stuff. If you do not take care of it, it will not take care of you. Now, the days of driving a car, it never breaks. When it does break, throw it away. That's the mentality we have today in the United States and in many, many, many countries. And some of that's to do people can't afford to fix them, but now that's kind of changing as the wages are going up. Everybody has jobs now. The demand for labor is past what there is people to work it. People have money to fix stuff. And I see a reflection of that, of people not selling these cars that are broken anymore. It's harder and harder to find deals on a BMW that's broken, where it used to be there was one everywhere, right? Now, you do have some design flaws. The recycled plastic we talked about many times before on the engine, the valve cover, the thermostat, the Germans use recycled plastics and all that stuff. That's a Germany thing, right? Where Toyota does not use that. So if you have a plastic thermostat housing on your Toyota, it'll be a lifetime part. It'll hardly ever fail. That's just kind of the facts of it. Now, most of these cars don't have any problems until you get around 100,000 miles. 100,000 miles on a BMW, you need to take a step back and say, okay, this car did 100,000 miles, probably without too much issue. Now, if you want to make it go another 100,000 miles, make it go to 200,000 miles, you have to really rethink the situation and say, okay, this is what I need to replace. You need to do the valve cover, you need the thermostat, the water pump, any associated hoses that are prone for failing, or any kind of plastic pieces. Then you also need to look at doing control arms, and all of that depends on who had it before and how they treated it. If they lived on a rough road, they live in Chicago, and they're hitting potholes every day on the way to work that are the size of their damn car, you're going to have control arm problems, you're going to have bent wheels, you're going to have all kinds of stuff. Versus somebody that lives, let's say, down south, where they don't have quite the extreme problem, just for instance, that's a whole different deal, right? They may not have any problem with control arms for 200,000 miles if treated correctly. So there is a lot of variables to it. And as you know, that's my opinion on it. I'm going to shift gears here just a little bit. In other news, the E39 is fixed. The longer control arms did fix this, or not the longer control arms, Jesus Christ. The longer tie rods did fix it, so we went ahead and realigned everything. Everything drives great. The price on this car is, I think, $2,500 is the price on it. Clean inside and out, 150K miles. Some of you guys are asking in the last video. In other news, the M5, the BMW software, which you guys know you have to have on almost any BMW, there is a great Achilles heel of the BMW software, and they made it for Windows, and that is a major Achilles heel of that software. As a guy that's edited over 1,000 videos for YouTube and is on the computer probably 5 to 8 hours a day, the Windows laptop, I'm sorry, it's a no-go. That's a use every once in a while kind of laptop or computer. That's not going to work for the cloning, right? So I went and ordered another laptop just for the cloning. We had to get a Lenovo, some junk or another. They almost give you those laptops anymore, right? They sell you the laptop for the price of what the hard drive costs, basically. Got that. So we'll have 2 BMW laptops for doing all the ISA and then the cloning for separate. Not that I want to do that full time, but we're going to get set up for it that way. We're set up for it, right? Whether somebody needs to have something done, or whether I need to do something for myself, everything's here to do it with. No big deal. So in other news, the M5 is still sitting there probably for 2 more days after I post this video, till Thursday. And I don't know what today's Tuesday or Wednesday. Thursday is supposed to be here. We'll hopefully get up and running. My plans on that car is to 100% straight pipe it, and we're already got converter delete. Somebody's already done the converter delete on it. We'll do the muffler delete on it, so only have the center silencer on it. We see how it sounds at that point. We might take that out, might leave that in, I don't know. Then we need to do tires on that. We need to do rod bearings on it. The lift, I think, is going to be here tomorrow, actually. So there's a lot of stuff happening here. I didn't post the video yesterday at all. Kind of need a day to regroup things. Have been feeling real good. So I took a little bit of I didn't take a day off, I'll be honest with you. I did other stuff. I'm always doing something. So all that's happening. On the 1600, as soon as the lift comes in, we're going to put that up on the lift. We're going to show you guys all underneath that car. Get that thing all figured out, what, when, where, and how much we're going to spend on that. Will I be selling that car? I don't know. I would only sell it for a price that would make sense where I could do other stuff for the channel, if that makes any sense. The car's worth quite a bit of money. I don't know if there's any buyers out there with the kind of money I would want for it, even as it sits. But if I hop into doing it, we'll make it nice, right? Like I said, I think about $4 to $5 grand I'll have to spend on that car to get it not perfect, but 90% perfect. Do all the paint, do all the bushings, ball joints, brakes, shifter bushings, rebuild the engine, and do all the rubber seals, the carpets, and the seat covers. It's about $5 grand, which isn't that much for that kind of car. Okay, so as you can see, the M5's in here. Also, there's a couple other things in this car. This is a video starting out one way and in a different way. Real quick, these tires are all dry rotted, so I thought they were good. We can't have those on this. The back ones are junk. We're gonna do the new tires on this. This thing's kind of immobile at the very second. We need to pull it outside. We'll take the leaf blower and blow, or vacuum one, to vac or blow all this crap out of here, all the leaves. But it's kind of just been sitting here, nothing going on. It needs to be cleaned. You can see the windshield's dirty, everything's dirty. Everything needs to be gone through and buffed. We got to check out all the brakes. We got to check out if this thing is lowered, or if that since the suspension is deactivated, we don't know. And one of you guys says sort out the tail lights, throw that on the shelf, I guess, that SMG pump. We got to get to once we get it running, we'll get a quote from the paint shop. If they don't want to do it, we'll just do it here, right? It's not a big deal. We'll wall off a plastic wall and all that nonsense. Now, one last thing. It's like updates extravaganza. We're back on the GoPro. You can see me, I'm reaching for it, my hand's in front of it. The Canon G7X Mark II is going back. I hate that camera. That camera sucks. And it's exactly what, before I bought it, what everybody said it would be. Non-focusing, late to focus, way too close to your face, and all that kind of crap, and I can't take that. So, that's going back tomorrow. I'm buying a Canon 80D, and that is kind of the best in the West DSLR you could possibly get. So we'll go back to the Rode mics, we'll go to the big Canon, and we'll be able to change lenses on that to do whatever we need to do. It should be freaking awesome. The Canon G7X is not awesome. So stay tuned, guys. We're working on it. There's a lot of crap moving, a lot of crap going on. I might go ahead and just put this car in a lower shop and do those cam sensors and crank sensor. I have all that stuff here and see if that changes anything. So we're getting codes for that car now. You get some of this stuff reeled in. In other news, also, my helpers are coming back. My uncle and cousin are coming back in March, and I'm probably gonna wait to strip out the 1600 until they get here. So I got some extra hands, and we'll have 3 people able to sand on this thing. We should be able to flat out get it freaking done. I think what we're gonna do is pull the cars out of here. We're gonna set up, we're gonna do the mezzing here right away too, as soon as they get here. We're gonna do a big plastic booth in here where we could crack open this door and that door and put a fan through so we could spray parts for the 1600. And at that same point in time, we could spray the whole 1600. We're gonna do the factory color. We might go ahead and just fix the M5 while we got it set up. That'll be easy to do. That's it. A lot of crap going on. A lot of you guys think I ought to sell that. That's actually my mom's. I'm not in disagreement with that at all. That thing needs probably the valve cover swapped back from the M56 back to the plastic valve cover and a new PCV, and that's pretty much about all it needs. 227 or 231,000 miles on it. It's just not worth it to me to fix it. I'm almost gonna say, if you're interested in that, let me know. Probably, I don't know, $1,000. That car's had a lot of money spent on it. It's got all new front end under it. Everything's been done, and it just needs a couple more little pieces. So let me know. I'm not against selling that. Whether she is or not, I don't know, but tough crap. We got too much stuff in the shop. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you very soon, like tomorrow. Lift's gonna be here tomorrow too, I'm pretty sure. We'll do a video about that too. Thanks for watching. See you later.